Hello everybody! Today we're going to unbox, take a close-up look and test the Russell Hobbs Illuminating Glass Kettle. So let's first take a look around the outside of the box. So this is an electric kettle that has a glass body. And here are some of its features. And some more features of this electric glass kettle. And it does illuminate blue when boiling. And it also has a special 1 cup boiling feature to save energy. And this kettle is available in 3 different colors: white, black, and copper. This one is the white one. And now let's go ahead and open up the box. But of course, pulling up the tab, that's keeping the lid shut and down. And there is an offer with 75% off the Russell Hobbs descaler. And taking a look on the other side of the flap and looking inside the box, let's go ahead and remove the contents from it and setting them down on the tabletop. And let's continue to remove the packaging from the box and showing you the contents that are inside of it. And lifting the Russell Hobbs Illuminating Glass Kettle out from its packaging. So a little bit fiddly here because I do have a tripod and camcorder in the way. I do have to stretch quite a fair bit just to make sure I can capture the entire contents and box packaging in the frame. So that's the box completely emptied. Let's put the box to the side. Let's place it on the right hand side. And just checking through the contents. So making sure nothing is left behind or on the side of the card or tray packaging. And there are some protective plastic layers to prevent any marking or damage to the Russell Hobbs Illuminating Glass Kettle. So I do believe I've got all the contents laid out now across the tabletop. Okay, let's start off by first removing the foam wrapper that's protecting the glass kettle. So you have straight away a nice good look at this Russell Hobbs Illuminating Glass Kettle. And this one is in white. It's also available in black and copper. It does have a 1.7 litre capacity. And taking a look at the papers as well. So it does come with a set of papers right here. Let's take a look at this one first. So there is a promotion for various products such as Virgin Wines and some Morphy Richards products. Okay, let's set that down and to one side. And then next, moving on to what appears to be the user manual or user guide or instruction manual right here for the Russell Hobbs Illuminating Glass Kettle. Taking a quick flip through right there for your reference. and then right across, and always making sure that you read the instructions before attempting to operate any electric appliance. And right there, the back page with some registration details at the bottom. Okay, we can set that down as well. And just doing a bit of quick rejigging to make sure that we've got the contents nicely laid out on the tabletop right here. Okay, and now moving on to the next item, what we do have is the base. So let's remove the protective styrofoam packaging, or bubble wrap, I beg your pardon, and taking a look at the base here. It is very light in weight, extremely light in weight, very deceptive. Okay, and of course made out of plastic, and you do have this 3-pin UK plug. Let me just move the kettle to one side so everything is in view with no distractions directly behind what we're seeing right now, which is the base or dock of the illuminating glass kettle. So right here, giving you a nice good look, and the length of the cord as well, or cable. Okay, so it does have a 360-degree swivel base and a satin or brushed finish around the base. Or power unit to the kettle. I'm giving you a close-up look right now. Okay, so now I'm gonna set the base down and focus on the kettle itself. So just gonna stretch out there, move the base around, and setting it to the left side of the frame right there. And now we can have a proper look at the kettle itself. So the Russell Hobbs Illuminating Glass Kettle, this one is in white with a 1.7 litre capacity, also available in black and copper. So straight away, it does have a nice weight, given that it does have a glass body, which does give it quite a bit of heft right there. And taking a look all around it. So it does have quite a chunky handle right here. And made out of plastic, and it sounds really sturdy. And just turning it around to show you the entire aspect of this electric kettle, which illuminates. So right there, nice good look at this Russell Hobbs Illuminating Glass Kettle. And taking a look at the base, you can see it has that consistent satin brushed finish and the Russell Hobbs branding at the bottom. And turning right round. And of course there is the on-off lever. And of course the underside of the glass kettle. So the connector and base provides 360-degree utility. And giving you a look at the specifications. It's right there. And overall good look at this Russell Hobbs Illuminating glass kettle. And there is a tag here as well with the Russell Hobbs logo. And some product literature and specifications about this Russell Hobbs Illuminating glass kettle. Okay, and let's press this button, and you can see the lid does spring open. And taking a look inside and around, and you can see it does have a hidden a hidden heating element. So no exposed heating element. And it also does have a removable washable filter right there behind the spout. Okay, so let's just quickly see if we can remove that filter. So just squeezing on the wings. Obviously not the easiest thing when you try and balance it in your hand. But let's attempt to pop it out. So, okay, so it's a case of squeezing it together. And let me just move around the tripod. So I do have better leverage. And just like that, made it look really hard, but it is actually quite simple to remove the washable, removable filter right here. So it does appear to have a stainless steel element or mesh right there. And to replace it, just simply pop it back in. And you can hear it lock and snap in place. So I did make it look really hard. That's only because I had to outstretch myself and get around the tripod and camcorder that's in the way recording this video. Okay, so nice, good look all around. You can see the shiny insides of that stainless steel plate or base inside the glass body of this kettle, and you can see the markings as well with that 1 cup, special 1 cup marking, which Russell Hobbs determines is a 235 milliliter capacity. So that special 1 cup boiling saves 66% energy compared to a 1 liter boil. I mean, that is pretty common sense, isn't it? Okay, so there we go. Nice, good look all around of this Russell Hobbs Illuminating glass kettle in white with a 1.7 liter capacity. So nice, good look right there once again. And let's go ahead and remove the tag that's on it. Setting the tag down. And now let's pop open that lid again by simply pressing on this button on the handle, just like that, releasing the catch that held the lid down, and you can see it is spring loaded. And now what we do have here is a recently unboxed item. So this is the Brita Morella cool water filter jug with some water already filtered. Now let's pour some water into the kettle. Let's pour it as much as we can. And let's measure the mark by referring to the side of the kettle. So like that. Obviously trying to keep it level, but still trying to show you the water level. So it's 1 liters according to the surface that lines up against the kettle marking on the glass body of the kettle. So 1 liter right there, perfectly showing right there on the line of the kettle. Let's boil that liter of water, but not before first removing the protective plastic cap that's on the 3-pin UK plug for the base of the kettle. Okay, so let me plug in the base of the kettle, and of course making sure that we fit the cord correctly and plugging it into a power lead. So I have a lead right next to me. Let's plug that in and setting the protective pin cap down and making sure we have a good view of the base right there, and now going to set the kettle onto the base just like that, giving you a good view. Just gonna reposition it right there, and let's hit that button now to turn on the kettle. And you can see there is a ring of blue between the base metal or stainless steel element in the middle of the glass body and between the outer glass surface of the kettle. And you can see the water starting to bubble around the base of the kettle. And of course, this is just a test boil. You should always rinse out the kettle before initial use. So it's taken about 2.5 minutes to boil that liter of water right there. And I do have a mug here, or cup. Let's pour some of that hot water into that cup. And there we have it. you can see that the kettle can turn fully 360 on its base right there. So that's the Russell Hobbs Illuminating Glass Kettle. Thanks for watching and happy boiling!